Okay, so today we're going to take a deeper dive into the Forest Hills School District in West Michigan, and I'm going to highlight 3 locations that you definitely need to be aware about if you're thinking about relocating to this area. We're going to start with Ada, we're going to bounce over to Cascade, and then we're going to end up on Knapp's Corner, highlighting all the great things about these communities on another edition of Living in Grand Rapids. Again, my name is Josh May with Group Realtors, RE/MAX of Grand Rapids, and excited to highlight what it's like to live in West Michigan. Okay, so let's dive right in. So if you're thinking about moving to the Grand Rapids area, one name you're going to hear over and over is, as mentioned, the Forest Hills School District. And you know, it's easy to see why. There's top tier school districts, there's amazing parks as we are standing in today, strong community vibes, and 3 vibrant areas that we're going to talk about, which I would consider the heartbeat of the Forest Hills District. So in this video, we're going to dive into what it's like to live in each of these communities, covering the schools, recreation, neighborhoods, business life, and everything else that makes sense for you to consider while thinking about relocating to this area in West Michigan. So here we go. Let's start with our first business district. We'll say location to be in within the Forest Hills School District. We're talking about Ada, and we're just a couple miles north of Ada right now. We're standing in Roselle Park that stretches to the Grand River here. And Ada itself is a perfectly charmed community with a historical feel. You know, it's undergone a major transformation, and when I say major, it's essentially redeveloped and built an entire new community in the Ada Village, which has turned most of the space into walkable, livable, picturesque communities for the entire region. So getting into some of the recreational aspects of Ada, outdoor lovers are going to fall in love with the endless amounts of green spaces this community has to offer. And again, as mentioned, we're standing in Roselle Park right now. We've got a beautiful day. Many other parks like Seidman Park, you've got miles and miles of paved trails, paved biking trails, paved walking trails. You've got incredible hiking trails. You've got sports fields and even some kayaking along the Thornapple River. In this area, there's an absolute huge focus on wellness and nature, and just a really good positive vibe to be in. So jumping into the schools, Ada is home to both Forest Hills Eastern and Forest Hills Central high schools. You've got Ada Elementary right down the road from Ada, and all of Forest Hills school districts are known for very strong academics, of course, caring teachers, safe, supportive environments. So definitely a top-notch school district around the Ada, and lots of different school choices within walking distance of downtown Ada itself. So popular neighborhoods around the Ada area, you've got within walking distance, you've got Ada Croft Commons, which is a classic tree-lined community. And then I want to take a deeper dive into the village of Ada, because this is kind of the talk of the town right now, the redevelopment of Ada, which is creating tons of new housing. You've got brand new homes, you've got new townhomes, you've got new condos, you've got incredible new shopping, new restaurants, just endless opportunities for real estate investment in the Ada area and within walking distance. So highly recommend investing in this area. Jumping into the business district itself, it's definitely centered around the village of Ada. You've got a mix of old restaurants, which, you know, Nona's Pantry, for example, has been there forever. And then you've got a lot of new restaurants that have come in. You've got the Ada Hotel, you've got boutiques, you've got coffee shops, you've got anything and everything you need, from morning yoga to outdoor concerts. This community has it all. And the location is just 20 minutes, straight shot down Fulton Street, straight shot to downtown Grand Rapids. But it gives you, again, the small town feel and tranquility and city convenience, and you're absolutely going to love it. So that rounds out why it's amazing to live in the Ada district within the Forest Hills schools. Next up is the Cascade district within Forest Hills, and this is located just south of Ada. You're about, I would say, 7 miles, maybe 5 miles. Known for its upscale, established neighborhoods, Again, top-ranked schools and another incredible atmosphere. Most of Cascade kind of follows the Thornapple River. And if you like recreation, it is plentiful in the Cascade area. I'm going to start with like the Cascade Peace Park, which is a park that features over 200 acres of rolling hills, woods, and trails, and obviously just a perfect place to unplug, that are family favorites. But let's get into a little bit more of the Cascade Road Business Hub. This is right around Cascade and 28th Street intersection. So you've got quick, easy access to one of the most busy retail streets in West Michigan, which is 28th Street. And along this corridor, you're gonna have plenty of shopping, coffee shops, Cascade Roadhouse, restaurant, even do a little foaling if you want. And then right around the corner, you're gonna have the Cascade Library, which is absolutely a loved local spot for all ages. You know, jumping into schools, again, I believe that Forest Hills Central and Middle School is kind of right between Ada and Cascade. So both of these communities really service Central High School. And, you know, one of the elementary schools that's within close proximity to Cascade is Pine Ridge Elementary, which offers excellent programs and very tight community connections. So within the district, you clearly have great schools because Forest Hills is always highly ranked. Jumping into some of the neighborhoods, you know, there's certainly a mix of old and new, and depending if you're, you know, driving along the Thornapple River, you're going to see many communities, you know, built in the 60s and 70s. But you'll see some newer communities right off of Cascade Road. We've got Manchester Hills, we've got Tamaron and Tamaron North, we've got the Watermark Golf Club. So there is absolutely some great places to live and just an overall good vibe in Cascade. And again, as far as the location, it's a little bit closer to downtown Grand Rapids. It's about 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes. And this is an area that actually puts you closer to the airport. So out of these three districts that we're going to talk about in Forest Hills, the Cascade area is going to put you pretty close to the Gerald R. Ford Airport, about an 8 to 10 minute drive. You're close to all major freeways and expressway access. So definitely a great location here. As I mentioned, whether you're heading into town or getting out of town, it's an incredibly convenient place to live. Okay, so the last stop on our tour, let's head north to Knapp's Corner. So I will say out of all three of the areas, this is the newest area. It's the fastest growing area. Comparatively to Cascade and Ada, this is gonna feel like a little bit more of a retail convenience location. Now, it's a great place to be. It's a convenient place to be, but I wouldn't say that you're gonna feel like there's a village with like Ada or there's a village like Cascade. Knapp's Corner is convenient to many restaurants, many shopping opportunities, and you know, much more. So residents of this area are typically mixed between Forest Hills Northern and also Forest Hills Eastern. You've got Knapp Forest Elementary, which is in the area. You've got Orchard View Elementary, which is in the area. Again, these schools are considered very strong for academics and extracurricular activities and just an overall great culture. That even though it's a heavy retail area, Knapp's Corner definitely has some great outdoor spots. So if you head north up to 4 Mile, you're gonna run into Proven Trails. You're right on the border of Robinette's Orchard, which is a beautiful place by 4 Mile and East Beltline. And again, in this area, you are connected to the miles and miles of paved walking trails. You've got some incredible hiking. There's some awesome parks in the area that you need to check out. And yeah, so you can still certainly get that recreational feel from this area. Other neighborhoods that you want to think about in the Knapp's Corner area, you've got Waterleaf, you've got the Orchards community. You'll get a good mix of some newer construction homes versus, you know, some homes that are built in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, you name it. But this is also a very highly sought out area for real estate. and certainly a great place to invest. As I mentioned, this is the most commercially developed area in Forest Hills. So over the past 10 to 15 years, it's seen great strides. We'll refer to the Knapp's Corner retail space as D&W. You've got Celebration Cinema. You've got the Meijer right there. You've got plenty of banks, restaurants, salons. You've got the new Lacari's pizza kitchen that has come in. So I would say from a convenience factor, and in fact, maybe I've got a biased opinion because I live in this area. When I leave my house, it takes me literally 3 to 4 minutes to get anywhere, to get anything. I've forgot something at the grocery store. It's an absolute luxury to be this close to that many things around you from a retail perspective. And from a getting around town, Knapp's Corner is just 15 minutes from downtown. Quick access to 196. So you'll really get a good feel of, the ease of suburban living with quick city access, and this area certainly checks all the boxes. So again, thank you for coming along on our tour. I think it's important to highlight these 3 areas because Forest Hills is such a large district, and a lot of people, when they relocate to town, they're just not sure where to live. So we like to highlight the 3 major business districts so you can think about, do you want to be in Ada? Do you want to be near Cascade? Do you want to be up in Knapp's Corner? What location is perfect for you? If you guys have any other questions, please drop it in the comments below. We're happy to respond back to you. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Living in Grand Rapids, and we'll chat with you on the next. Bye-bye.